I'm so confused.
Don't hurt yourself.
I can't believe Dean doesn't want us to get us Taco Bell.
We're not getting Taco Bell! You fuckers, I already did that last time!
I can't believe Dean has a yeast infection.
Ah! Stop it! What the fuck, man? Stop it!
I know you didn't want me to talk about that on air, but I did.
I said stop it! I'm not I'm trapped here. I could talk about the context, but then that's just gonna be as bad. And if I don't talk about the context, I'm trapped.
I don't know. Knowing the full context, I think just kind of leaving it vague is the best.
Just go. Oh man, one of these. Also, one of these. What do what?
What do we want, Dean?
Something that pays high. I know there's one that's 90,000, but that's the 100-man battle, I think.
What? I can do that. Where's that at?
There it is.
Shit, fucking, I do that, no fucking problem. Watch me.
Make some cash.
It's weird how those two
Cash
chairs are
money.
red, but the other two are black.
It's just symmetry. It's an art project. I'm sorry.
Why you slap?
It's just I got too much energy.
Well, clearly you don't have enough energy. You needed me to go to Taco Bell.
But I mean, that's a completely different problem. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying those are unrelated. I do need you to go to Taco Bell.
We've got food at home.
McDonald's! McDonald's!
God damn it!
Okay, but have you considered...
Breakfast.
Have you considered our Lord and Savior...
Papa John? He ain't open.
No, I was gonna say the Taco Bell Chihuahua dog.
They don't have him anymore.
They don't.
He probably died.
I feel so sad. I know. I mean, that is...
That's real, but fuck you, man.
I'm sorry!
Damn.
Why are you getting depress us like this, man?
Shit, dude.
It's like... You don't think they could have gotten another Chihuahua to continue that campaign?
Fucking, I want to believe Rin Tin Tin is alive somewhere.
Oh my god.
Dude, I can kill these guys in one hit.
Nice.
Oh,
You can kill them in one hit when you don't fuck up the prompt.
I mean, you're right.
It's like, fuck. Everything that was awesome from
Dude, imagine how fucking easy this, that 2-hour friggin' mission would be with this sword as it is right now.
Oh my god.
I don't even gotta fight them. Just, I
Did
run
you have
up
to fight them previously?
and people die.
It's so awesome.
These men are made of liquid.
Are we sure they're not just that way because of the mission?
I mean,
Could
maybe.
be. But they give me 5 minutes for this shit. And I'm liquefying dudes. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what to believe.
Kamen Rider.
Even if there is no God or Buddha, there is Kamen Rider.
Just allow me to slip on my remember the 90s hat here and just be like,
you have to.
it's like the Taco Bell Chihuahua. There's an iconic thing I remember from my childhood.
Why?
And it's gone now.
It is.
And you know what else is gone now? Toys R Us. We can't have nice things anymore. Like,
Hey, you want to
Toys
go to
R
Toys
Us
R
was
Us
a
and
nice
see?
thing.
yeah, Toys R Us was cool, man.
I never had one. Like at most we had like a KB Toys in a shopping mall. But no Toys R Us.
And sadly enough, the way that KB Toys... Oh, what the fuck? Swung, and then
That's
you
what
hit
I mean. I hate. Like I think that happened to me at least once in the friggin' montage. I don't think I included it.
Where you just hit the fucking column? That's
Yeah.
insanity.
I don't know what that was.
Damn it.
I'm getting mad again.
Yeah, no, the way that KB Toys went out is the same exact fucking way that Toys R Us went out, which is really...
KB Toys went out.
Yeah, KB Toys has been long gone.
That makes sense.
But, what happened was that it also died because of a leveraged buyout.
Oh, okay. Wasn't because of people having sex in there?
No. And fuck the idea of leveraged buyouts. That's such bullshit too.
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Not business and all.
Basically, what happens is that if you don't have the capital to cover buying the item that you want, you use the item that you're buying as collateral itself. So it's like, okay, I'm buying Toys R Us for like $1 million. I only have $100,000. I'll cover the other $900,000 by using Toys R Us itself as collateral. Except that in this case, it wasn't $1 million. It was $660 billion.
Wow, that was almost $6 billion off from being really bad.
the devil's deal, obviously.
Yeah, we had
nearly literally.
We had a Toys R Us back home. It was pretty nice.
And it's just like, you know, people are like, oh, you shouldn't be upset about a company getting cashiered. And it's like, when people are sad about Toys R Us getting getting closed, they're not sad that a company is getting closed. They're sad because all of the memories you associate with that place are now like things that will be something of the past. You can't share that with your kids anymore.
It's like you went to a park, you know, like you go to a park with your family, and then it got bulldozed for condos. It's like that still exists mentally, but it's just shitty.
Yeah, and it's like, it's just fucking...
Also,
I want. Putting it that way, I want someone to make a fucking Birdemic style fucking movie with, like, you know, the overhanded friggin' the heavy-handed environmental message, but instead it's like a fucking corporate buyout message. Like, preserve our Toys R Us.
actually,
Preserve our large corporate businesses.
the creator of the Bratz dolls
was trying to save Toys R Us?
I
heard about
Kickstarter.
that. I hope it happens. Yeah.
We're talking about a $66 billion Kickstarter.
It's about a Kickstarter.
Well, they were $530 billion in debt. That's the problem. Like, they managed to pay off some of it, but it just kept, the debt just kept accruing. Like, the problem, like, people always are quick to blame things like, oh, the internet, oh, kids just want iPads. The thing was that Toys R Us was still doing the same amount of business it had been doing beforehand. It's just that the debt...
I mean, fucking Toys R Us sells iPads and shit
Yeah.
for kids.
And the appeal of physical toys is still there. It's just, you know...
Yeah, now that the market shifted to, you know, grown man children as opposed to grown children.
Yeah, it's like, but the point is...
There are people that, like, fucking... I could buy a game online. I could fucking get, like, you know, a download through Steam... Or like a download from like the PlayStation Store or fucking Xbox Live, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But sometimes you want that physical copy.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes you want it fucking now. You don't want to wait for it to arrive in the fucking mail. So you just go down to the fucking store and you get one. You know?
Yeah.
And you know what also extra shitty about it? All those jobs being just let go.
30,000, I want to say, something along that number. Like that's
30,000.
Really
you know, from low-level cashiers.
I fucking brain farted.
Why?
I was going to fucking Naomi's for some reason.
Oh. Oh, we got to do more grind.
We gotta do another grind. I mean, we're almost there. 1 or 2 more missions. And we'll have it.
But it's like. It's a horrible, vicious cycle when you think about it, because it's like, that's a contributor to the economy, and Mattel, their stocks dived after they announced that Toys R Us was closing because
Well, yeah,
they
because
realized
Toys R Us is selling a lot of their stuff. That's half the reason Bratz dude's trying.
Yeah, and it's like you want to save all these jobs, you want to save all these things. Like a whole segment of our economy depends on this store being open and the fact that it's being closed down because of some short-sighted assholes who only purchased like their leveraged buyout. It was 20%. So what happens with 20%, or the way I understand it is that 20% of the capital of that $660 billion figures that I mentioned, that was put up by 3 major companies. What happens is when you think about it, all of that 20%, it gets in order for the company to start making money, they're like, oh, we gotta get Toys R Us to start making money again. So what do? We start cutting jobs. We start cutting corners. We start lowering the quality of service. This will save us money, and we can get Toys R Us to start making money again. But what happens is that they buy out Toys R Us. The quality of service goes down. All that thing goes down. They make their money back on that company, and it's like, well, then what the hell do we care anymore that we've made our 20% investment back? We don't have to fucking care about Toys R Us anymore. It's fucking bullshit.
Okay, well that all makes sense, and that's all well and good, Dean. Mm-hmm. But have you ever considered toys are fucking sexist and should be destroyed anyway? And frankly, I'm highly offended that anyone would want to rescue toys.
Easy.
Jesus. Sorry. My earlobes.
I'm sure the audience is gonna love that.
It'll be less bad for them because he'll turn it down in post. Meanwhile, my hearing will never be the same again.
Oh man, but it's just.
There we go. Go fund me.
Oh, how much is he raised?
Hey, go fund me, buddy.
I think they dropped in 200 mil of their own.
Okay.
Maybe.
That is just a drop in the ocean against the 500 billion they're in debt though.
Well, here's where it's at. 200 million, 56K of a $1 billion goal. So they would have to raise 7,500,000 or
750 million?
No. I used to be able to do this shit in my head.
Sure you did. I'm sorry.
So mean. But point being, they're a little bit short of their goal. Like, just a little tiny bit. Like, really, 1 billion is the end goal? Like,
Yeah.
damn. Yeah, it'd be 800 million basically.
I mean, yeah, it's essentially 800M.
God, that's.
I don't think so, man.
Only raised
It's
by.
got 2 weeks to go.
I
can only imagine they were hoping that some other, toy companies and fucking CEOs would pitch in.
Yeah,
That's because it's the only thing I can figure, dude. The regular ass masses aren't gonna be able to fucking put out that much friggin' money out of their pocket, no matter if they care or not.
Yeah, it's
Not to mention there are gonna be enough people shooting the idea down that anyone's gonna be fucking skeptical.
It's just so unfortunate.
Like, where are we in the world when a fucking a big corporation needs a fucking bailout from the modern man through a fucking crowdfunding site?
It's depressing. It sucks.
Oh yeah.
I hate it. And now, when my nieces want to go for toys, what am I gonna tell them? It's like, oh, we could go to Walmart, Target. I mean, those are decent places for toys, but
yeah, it's not the.
Have you ever thought about Crazy Bob's Toy Emporium down the road?
Oh man, are there even store? I mean, I'm sure there's toy stores like that. They're just like mom and pop stores, but
Sure.
it's just It's just, you know, just
I mean,
a
my
sign
dad
of...
kind of had one for a while.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's just such a sign of the times that it's like... There's our toy stores are gone.
There's always a Lego store.
The Lego... there is the Lego store. That shit's awesome.
It kind of depends on what your kid's into. You kind of have to sort of...
Yeah.
You can't just be like, here's Toys R Us. Just go blind.
It's just all... Because when I remember Toys R Us, I remember just the fucking rows of and demo kiosks they had.
Did you ever actually take your niece to fucking Toys R Us? That seems weird to me. Like, I can't imagine a situation where I'm like, okay, we're gonna go to Toys R Us. I don't know. I was always like fucking you know, my nephew and niece back home, like when I'd have to watch them, if like, you know, I was feeling particularly like it, I'd usually just go down to the fucking arcade, man.
Yeah.
Have a good time, good time.
I did take her once to Toys R Us, and she was just like, "Oh, toys! I get to play with all this shit." And it's like, you know, that's cool.
Wow, your niece is hardcore.
Why?
She was like, oh, she gets to play with all this shit. The joke is...
I get it. It's just... Like, what is the... My immediate thought was, aren't most of the toys in boxes? Like...
They do have some nice meaty demo kiosks. They're actually pretty cool. It's a very cool store.
Dean says from across the road. After having ollied straight the fuck... Oh, right. Oh, fuck. Oh, jeez. I forgot what kind of mission I take.
Yeah, it's...
Please?
I mean, they do, and they do definitely have...
What?
Uh-oh.
Excuse me? Excuse me? What? How the... What? Excuse me? Hello?
There we go. Jesus, that took me a while.
Hold down or just
I mean, I was just pressing it.
hold down?
I guess. I don't know.
The bane of our existence. No,
You fucker! You fucker!
No, ignore him, man. He's just gonna... Let's get that guy, yeah. Oh, God. Dude, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Holy God, stop it!
Okay, I'm gonna at least be over here, so if he runs, he's running toward the ocean. You fuck! You fuck!
Nice
God.
Good job. Oh, God.
This mission sucks.
Yes, it's not great. And especially because of those gunmen!
I agree. Oh, I agree.
No, but they definitely have toys that are like open for play that aren't like in boxes.
Okay. I mean, you're the expert, apparently.
I still remember going there and playing the PlayStation 2 demo, or kiosk they had. I'd got I was a little short, little Jimmy, so I was like, oh, well, let me just go and get those giant, like, oversized wheel skateboards. Looked like they were made for off-roading.
Oh.
But no, they weren't. They were still just kind of whatever.
Yeah.
So I stood on it and I was playing freaking Dynasty Warriors, I think, 2.
Oh, jeez.
It still trips me out that the first Dynasty Warriors was a fighting game.
I mean, you're right.
It's like, alright, we've got the fighting franchise here where we can have all of these unique characters from the Three Kingdoms. Let's change it to a beat 'em up.
Well, people are like, oh, we want some strategy involved.
And your strategy involves mashing X until... Oh, fuck! There we go.
Get
him!
dunked.
These hands!
Please. Please, I beg you.
That's so stupid. You have to... It may as well just cut the time off 3 seconds ahead.
Right.
Making bank.
Alright, I think that's enough.
Good job.
But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because it's sort of like they try and do all these strategies, like, oh yeah, you can attack like this and equip your units and this. Like some real classic actual Romance of the Three Kingdoms. The actual strategy game.
Yeah.
But then it just turns into... Yeah.
Mash X until circle is ready. Alright, circle is ready.
Do you have enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all.
I missed it, my bad.
I have pretty fond memories of 3, because that was my first game, and that was the fucking shit. Get out! You know the first game I ever played was Contra Hardcore? That was a mistake.
The first game I had ever played was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I'd never played a video game before that.
I can't think of the exact first game I played, because we had an Atari 2600 for sure.
Yeah.
So I mean, probably something for that with my old man. But also, we also had a NES, so there was a good chance there was some Mario Brothers. The first game I have distinct memories of, though, is Wolfenstein 3D. Because my cousin was playing it on a computer, and we're like, I think I wasn't even 10.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it was still kind of newish.
Yeah.
And fucking started it up, and oh god, I got freaked the hell out because I just heard a shout. I'm just like, what do I do? What do I do? I start spinning in place. Like, what do I do?
Alarm!
Anyway, speaking of spinning in place and what do I do? Let's come back to this next time because Dean's a fucking pedant and wants to
Give us Taco Bell.
Yeah, get us Taco Bell.
You fuckers really want me to get you Taco Bell?
Yes! And also he wants all the fucking, phone call episode shit on the same episode as going to the fight.
What's news to us?
Right? What the what is the fuck? Okay, goodbye.
Okay. Bye-bye.